The invisible giant, what you're looking at, is the B-2 Spirit, a truly one-of-a-kind bomber. And I don't just mean its shape. The United States guards this aircraft as if it were its newborn child. It will never allow Russia or China to get their hands on one, because this machine hides some of the most advanced technology developed in the last 50 years. I'm standing here in front of one of them, the only B-2 displayed in a museum anywhere in the world. In this video, we'll explore how stealth technology evolved, from the angular F-117 Nighthawk to the smooth, almost vertex-less design of the B-2 Spirit. Why is this aircraft the most expensive in the world? How can it stay in the air for over 40 hours nonstop? What forced the United States to build such a monster, and why would even an astronaut dream of flying it? Let's find out. The birth of a new era. In the late 1970s, Lockheed Martin was preparing the F-117 for production, while Northrop was working on an experimental aircraft known as Tacit Blue. Both projects focused on stealth, but before either could take flight, the U.S. Air Force was already imagining something bigger, a stealth bomber capable of carrying nuclear weapons. The world's major powers relied on what's known as the nuclear triad, three independent systems for delivering nuclear strikes, land-based intercontinental missiles, submarine-launched missiles, and strategic bombers. This structure ensured that even if one system was destroyed, the others could retaliate, preventing any nation from launching a surprise attack without facing devastating consequences. By the late 1970s, however, the U.S. bomber leg of the triad was weakening. The main nuclear bomber at the time, the B-2, was large and easy to detect on radar. It would likely be shot down long before reaching its target. The Air Force considered several solutions, flying low and fast, launching long-range cruise missiles, or building a stealth bomber that could simply slip through enemy defenses unseen. The last option sounded like science fiction, but it would soon become reality. Northrop's vision. The flying wing while Lockheed continued refining small stealth fighters. Northrop decided to design something revolutionary, a large, high-altitude, subsonic flying wing. Northrop had decades of experience with flying wing aircraft, and they knew the design was both efficient and stealthy. Without a vertical tail or sharp corners, radar waves would have little to reflect off. The B-2's smooth curves and blended surfaces made it virtually invisible to radar. Its pointed leading edge, unusual for a subsonic plane, was chosen purely to minimize radar reflections. And since a flying wing has no vertical tail, controlling yaw, side-to-side movement, required innovation. Engineers developed split flaps and differential engine thrust, allowing the B-2 to turn without compromising stealth. The stealth race in 1980, the U.S. Air Force officially launched the Advanced Technology Bomber, ATB, competition. Only Lockheed and Northrop were invited. In 1981, Northrop won the contract. Their design offered superior range, nearly 9,600 kilometers compared to Lockheed's 5,700, and better aerodynamic efficiency. That decision marked the birth of the B-2 Spirit. During development, engineers faced huge challenges. Flying wing aircraft are naturally unstable at low altitude, and turbulence could cause them to lose control. To maintain high-altitude stability and control, the B-2 adopted a distinctive W-shaped trailing edge with multiple control surfaces. Its four engines were buried deep inside the fuselage, with exhausts hidden on the upper surface to reduce both radar and infrared signatures. Special chemicals were even injected into the exhaust to suppress contrails. And unlike most aircraft, the B-2 has no pitot tube to measure airspeed. It relies on a network of sensors and advanced computing instead, because even a small protrusion could ruin its stealth. The Spirit takes flight. The B-2 Spirit first flew in July 1989. Though it still looks futuristic today, the technology behind it is over 40 years old. It's flown by two pilots who can swap shifts during missions lasting more than 30 or even 40 hours. The cockpit includes a small toilet, a hot plate for meals, and space to lie down and rest. Small comforts on some of the longest flights in military aviation. With a range of over 11,000 kilometers and unlimited refueling capability, The only real limit is the endurance of its crew. Power, cost, and legacy. The B-2's radar-absorbing materials and paint require constant care. Only one base in the world, Whiteman Air Force Base in Missouri, has the facilities to maintain it properly. Each hour of flight costs roughly $150,000, and while 132 were originally planned, only 21 were built. Today, just 19 remain operational. The B-2 remains exclusive to the United States. By law, it cannot be exported, not even to close allies. Over the years, there have been more astronauts than B-2 pilots, making it one of the most elite aircraft ever built. Originally designed to ensure the strength of America's nuclear triad, the B-2 can carry both nuclear and conventional weapons, including the massive GBU-57 bunker buster, capable of penetrating 60 meters of reinforced concrete. It's the only aircraft in the world that can deliver such a weapon. Even the mere mention of deploying the B-2 serves as a powerful message of deterrence. And while its successor, the B-21 Raider, was unveiled in 2023, the B-2 Spirit still stands as a symbol of engineering brilliance, secrecy, and quiet power.